We are backstage here in Boston with Paul Felder. And Paul, you just told me that you wished it wasn't so hard. Talk to me about that fight with Daron Cruickshank.
You know, there's bits and pieces that are a little blurry. I don't know if everybody saw, but he punched and kicked me in the face a few times.
I did see that.
And it was just a high pace. Parts of it might have seemed a little boring to the fans, maybe, but that's where it was getting exhausting and strategic with him. Man, he was scrambly and grindy in the clinch. But I knew once I got the fight to the ground, that's where we prevailed. But until that point, it was I thought I was a little behind maybe on the strikes, but everybody that knows my style knows that it doesn't matter what you hit me with, I'm coming forward and I'm going to try to take your head off.
Before we get to the finish, talk to me about exactly what was happening in that second round. It seemed like he might have been putting you in a little bit of danger. He hit you with some spinning kicks right to the face and then followed it up with a barrage of punches. Did you ever feel like you were in a point of severe danger?
The scary part is no. I just got mad. I was like, did he really just spinning hook kick me or side kick me? When he side kicked me, it's like, did you really just? It's like, what is it? What's that movie with Ben Stiller where he just like side kicks people in the face out of nowhere? That's honestly what it felt like. But yeah, no, it hurt. I mean, my face hurts, but at no point was I like, oh my God, I'm going to be out on my feet. What hurt the most was the spinning back kick to the body. I'm still feeling that. He completely dropped me with that liver shot, and I had to get the takedown and kind of pull guard to survive. But that's the things we worked for this fight was being ready to go anywhere in this fight.
You had several submission attempts, very creative submission attempts at that. How much does training at Renzo Gracie Philadelphia help with those situations for you?
Having that whole team back in Philly, which is where I spent most of this camp, because of that reason, we really knew we wanted to kind of get back to that and really push my jiu-jitsu and my grappling and my wrestling. So Daniel and Jafari and my teammate back home, Jonathan Webb, who's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, we just pushed it, and I finally, for the first time in my career, coming into this fight, and these guys can tell you, I was like, man, I feel like it's clicking. Like, I feel like jiu-jitsu is finally clicking, and I feel like the next time out, I'll even be more comfortable with it.
You were comfortable enough to jump to a standing guillotine in that fight?
Yeah. I felt his neck was just kind of hanging out in my armpit, and if it wasn't, we were both so sweaty at that point. I think it was the end of the first or maybe the second round, and man, I'm no black belt, so until I get a little better at kind of crunching in, I felt him popping out, and I was like, oh man, I hope I don't just get pounded out here for a minute, but I survived.
You did, and you got that submission in the third round. Talk me through that finish.
I felt he was getting tired. I heard him breathing. I felt him not fighting back. I started elbowing him, and he wasn't moving. And usually when you're against the fence like that, that's your opportunity to kind of spring back up. And I kind of gave him the opportunity by I moved his head over back towards the fence, and he bit completely. He put his hand down and tried to jump up, and I heard Daniel yell, take the back, take the back. And I almost fell off, so I kind of just almost sat up and gave him a good punch, and he stood up really quick, and I just sunk it in.
Absolutely. Well, another one in the win column for you. Where do you go from here?
First off, my father is sick back home, and I just to win, it's just unbelievable to be able to take that home and hang out with the family and the girlfriend and the baby. So, but other than that, I want a higher up opponent. Daron's a stud, and he's a veteran, and now I want to test myself against somebody either right in the number rankings or close to it.
Yeah, makes sense. I know you want to spend some time with your dad, but I also know you have a lot of items on your food list that you'd like to hit.
Goodness.
Does that mean like you and dad get to spend some quality time eating some good food?
Yeah, well, the first thing we're going to do when I get home is probably have macaroni and cheese that he makes and some beers, and we'll all hang out, and definitely dinner at Monday at Mom and Dad's for sure.
Well, congratulations on a huge win. They should be very proud. You should be very proud. Enjoy time with the family.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
it's great
Paul.
to talk to you guys.
Appreciate it.